Welcome to another Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin, and today's theme video, or actually not a theme video, it's a deep dive, but it's a little different. It's an experimental video, and I may never do this again, so please enjoy this video. But what I'm doing is I'm actually going to do this on two very different $3 bills from the nation of Bahamas, and we're going to see how they compare. We're going to see how they contrast, and we're going to see if you like it whenever I show two notes that I can go back and forth on. I'm sharing with you $3 bills of the Bahamas. I got a lot of my information from the Standard Catalog of World Paper Money, numista.com, as well as Wikipedia. So both of these notes depict Queen Elizabeth. They both depict views of Paradise Beach, and they both measure 156 by 67 millimeters. However, this note is paper, and this note is a hybrid because it's a combination of plastic and paper. So we'll just see how that works. We're going to go back to the first note now. The main colors of this note are red, yellow, and blue, and the main colors of this note are red and purple, although I see some blue in there too, and some yellow, so you know they're in the same color family anyway. And this note is from 1968, and this note is from 2019. So in 1968, the printer was Delarue, I'm sorry, and the printer of this note was Oberthur Fiduciaire. So you're going to see different sorts of security, but you're also going to see banknotes from different eras. So the security features on this note are a security thread that you would not easily see, but you know, people in the know would know that it's here. And if it was held up to the light, you could see it very well. You see that security thread. So there you go. There is a conch watermark, and you see it right there. And I have to tell y'all, conch fritters are delicious. Conch chowder is amazing, but it still freaks me out to find one of those in the ocean that has a living beast inside of it. You'd hear me scream underwater, just like I did last time I was in Cozumel, and I found a conch that was still alive. But the final thing that this note has is black serial numbers here at the lower left and the upper right of the note. It's still a beautiful note. Let's take a look at the security features on this note. The security features on this note are several things. You see a much thicker security letter or security strip here. And when you look at the back of it, this is the first active lenticular thread used by Delarue on any banknote in the entire world. And it's kind of hard. I don't know that I can get it to see, but you can kind of see how it color shifts and seems to show movement. The back of this note here has some security features. It has micro printing on the sail that says Central Bank of Bahamas, $3. There is a pearlescent strip over here. I think Japan does pearlescent strips, and I don't know that I've ever been able to get them to show up well. But if you get the note and you look at it in a dull room, you can kind of see what looks like a little stain from one end of the note to the other is actually a pearlescent stream, or a pearlescent add-on. And yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, there's a little bit of it right there, but it's kind of hard to see. I really need to get new batteries in that thing. There is a thread that reads Bahamas Sand Dollar on it as well. So I don't know what that means. But here on this note, there is a watermark of the Queen. The watermark on the other note was a conch shell, but on this one you can see there's a Queen, and you can see that there's a $3 electrotype. That's part of the watermark on that note. The serial numbers on this note are also different than they are on that note. They're all black on that note, and on this note, you see them fancy because the serial numbers ascend in size. And they're black here, but they're red going down here, and they also ascend in size there. So that's a difference and a similarity. There is some optical variable ink here. If you look at this knot right here, that ink changes from purple to red depending on how the note is angled. I'm not sure I can get it to do it for you, But let's see. Oh, yeah. See, purple and goes to red, but it looks almost black in this light. Even looks a little green that way. But that's OVI. And then over here we have an offset register of a sand dollar. And when you turn this note over, and you see the sand dollar there, and you look at it by holding it up to the light, you can see an entire sand dollar. So it's kind of neat. Some neat features there. And then, of course, we have radically different engravings of the Queen. In 1968's version, the Queen is wearing the George IV Stay diadem, which she wears on her postage stamps as well. And on the 2019, she's wearing the Burmese ruby tiara and her family orders. If you were to take a close look at this order here, she got that order from her father. And I think she wears the orders of her father and her grandfather, and they are orders that are reserved for the women of the royal family. And so nowadays, when you see royalty wearing these, they would be ones that were bequeathed to them or given to them by Queen Elizabeth II. She did not have the power to confer her father's orders or her grandfather's orders to her descendants, but she could give orders that had her picture on them. And this has been kind of a European thing for a while. I would love to see some of these family orders close up. So, Your Majesty, invite me to tea. If I'm ever in London, I want to shake your hand in Queen Camilla's or Prince William and Princess Catherine, and maybe I can see these family orders close up. We also see on this banknote maps of Bahamas, and I think you can kind of see some islands here in the background, and you don't see islands on that side, but you do see islands right here. And then we have the passion flower right here. And if you've never had passion juice, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Now, strangely enough, passion vines or maypops can grow all over Oklahoma, but the ones that we grow sometimes have to have quite a bit of sugar added to them to make them taste delicious. But let's take a look on the back of the notes. On the back of this note, we have that beautiful beach right there, and it shows sunbathing on Paradise Beach. And it's a nice scene. It's almost a postcard perfect scene. You know, beautiful shaped people lounging on a beach, people swimming in the water, little kids playing, little boats offshore. I mean, it looks as bucolic as any scene I've ever seen whenever I've been to the Caribbean myself. Lovely flowers, red, arms of a nation. It's just absolutely beautiful. The flowers here are elder flowers, so we sometimes have those in Oklahoma. And here's a much different vertical version of the $3 bill from the most recent issue. And you can see clouds in the sky. You see the boats. But yeah, you see that it's not the same scene, but you can still see loungers and people on Paradise Beach right here. I think the curve of the coastline is supposed to be similar, but I don't even pretend to think that that's the same view. But sailing boats and the beach scene. A little less postcardy on this one, but it's still pretty nice. So what's your verdict? Do you like it whenever I compare two notes in a deep dive, or would you prefer me to stick to one note for a deep dive? I just thought it matched, made good sense to film these together because they're both $3 bills. I'm Benjamin. This is Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I would appreciate you liking and subscribing to my channel and cussing and discussing with me in the comments and recommending my video to anybody that you know that you think might be interested in banknotes in Bahamas, in beaches, and going on cruises. I'm all about that and about sharing my knowledge with you guys. I'm Benjamin. Have a jewel of a day.